All right, so I took two trades today, one loss and then one break even, resulting in minus $30 today. So I have a losing day, and exactly what I was wanting, honestly, this week is to be able to take a losing day, and I'm actually very happy that I'm sticking to one micro, and I'm able to take a losing trade, and I'm able to step to the sidelines today, and I could take a trade for the rest of the day, but it has to be off of first presented fair value gap, first presented lunch fair value gap, or first presented PM session fair value gap. And basically, like, coming into today, I was looking at this London lows, or created a smooth edge here. CPI pumped up into a premium. Even in my pre-market YouTube short that I made, I said I was only looking lower. I wasn't really interested in going long. And then we end up having a stop hunt here, and then this SIBI gets used. I didn't really like this wick as much, so this made me hesitant, and I didn't end up entering anything here, which is, this is hindsight. I guess I could have taken a trade here. Then we trade to the low of this fair value gap up into the high, that 830 fair value gap here up into the high, and then down into the smooth edge. And here the smooth edge gets utilized. I take no entry because I'm waiting for the first presented fair value gap. I'm being diligent. I'm waiting for that first presented fair value gap. And here is where just a lot of the times in my analysis, uh, I don't act on things that are higher probability. And here we have a smooth edge. We have a very smooth edge, and we have a nice discount draw on liquidity. This here is when I should be pushing it, but will say that there's nothing wrong with just sitting out because I didn't have a fair value gap to trade off of. It was this fair value gap that was the trade. I missed it. I kind of hesitated, and there was no other fair value gap, so I'm not really too bummed about that. Maybe I could have somehow used this uh, as inversion fair value gap high, but I'm not really beating myself up over that. And then we trade into sell side, and then I'm immediately trying to go short again, and we end up pricing to this fair value gap high, and then I end up going short here. This is a lower time from SIBI. Um, I guess I could have gone short at like this order block being threshold, but that's just being picky. And then we end up trading below this low. And here is what I don't love about today is I was looking for opening range gap consequent encouragement right here, but we end up just really respecting this discount SIBI, which was my, or discount buy side imbalance, which was my draw on liquidity. Like, look at that, we priced to the low of that, and then we just displaced from that. And here I'm just like, that was 190 ticks, and I have a rule to where I'm looking for 120 ticks. So I know I kind of had that loss in the morning subconsciously, and now I kind of want to go for 190 or 200 ticks just to get like a little bit back, where I could have just been looking for this low. That would have been the better exit. And this just kind of sucks because although we're breaking down now, which, like, open range gap constant encouragement still is the draw on liquidity, it still is what I'm looking for. We just didn't end up getting that here, and I missed it by 4 ticks, and then I end up getting stopped all the way back up to break even, which I feel like I was thinking about maybe just having this stop at 120 ticks and then just securing 120 ticks, which is what I should have done. But I'm glad that I stuck to break even, move my stop loss, use one micro. I think that's just a step in the right direction. I can't get like too picky and wanting perfection over everything. Today was just a little bit unlucky that my target didn't get delivered, but I should have just had a lower term target. But that's kind of just hindsight, and that's just the way trading is. And then I'm trying to go, or I'm not trying to, but I do take a demo short here because I don't want to go on my live account again. I don't want to force anything back on my live account. I I took a loss, and then I should have been in it. I should have made money here, I guess. So I'm kind of just in a mental state where I don't know if I should be using live funds. And then I end up taking a short off the 15-second chart. This is just a beautiful entry. I'm using a limit order. I'm using a fair value gap. I'm having a stop above this. Just beautiful entry here, and then I'm targeting first presented fair value gap. That was just a beautiful entry on the demo. Um, yeah, and it was just good demo practice. Which, this is what I need to be doing more, is using demo when I feel like I want to be in a trade, but I shouldn't be in a trade due to like certain situations, maybe high resistance liquidity run, maybe I took a win, or I took a loss. And here was just honestly just a good practice here. And now it looks like we're delivering into that 0.5 open range gap, which kind of just sucks. But at the end of the day, I can't be thinking that every day is going to be a winning day, and I can't like force winning days. And today was just a losing day. $30, which this is exactly what I wanted for, and I feel like I shouldn't be taking a trade for the rest of the day. I do kind of want to take a trade, maybe on lunch or PM session, but I feel like I should just take this losing day. If I take another loss, it might spiral. But I'm very happy with the risk management that I've been using. And here's the target. Very nice. So my analysis has been just pretty perfect. If you go in the live stream, everything's perfect. But today is just a day where I just did not make money. And that's the reality of trading. Not every day is going to be a winning day. Not every day is going to be a trading day. And today is just a testimony to that. Anyway, so that was kind of my AM session today. Hopefully you all have a good one. And I will see you guys whenever I take a trade next.